So let's, as always, start in a comfortable seated position. And of course, if you're comfortable laying down, that would be okay too. And so you might close your eyes or go inside for a moment, whatever helps you to do that. Connect with your breath. And noticing how you feel in your body, how you feel in your mind, energetically. And thinking about how you want to feel when we're done with practice today. And then so setting your intention, you might bring your hands to your heart center and silently say your intention, bow your head to the heart to the earth, or whatever you do to begin your practice. Setting an intention, though, is really important because it's hard to get somewhere when you don't know where you want to go. So when you're ready, we're going to reach our arms out in front, and you're going to have your palms turned towards each other. Inhale's going to be up towards the sky. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale up with both arms, and exhale, second side. And you're just going to do this with your own breath. And you're moving, flowing, noticing sensation. Now we're going to add turning the head. So as your arms come down, you're going to turn the head in the opposite direction or towards the arm that's in front. Inhale, still up, exhale down. And if it doesn't feel good to turn the head, then of course you just don't. One more time on our second side. Beautiful. Now we're up, hands are up to the top. You're going to turn your palms up, and I realize on the video you can't see my hands, but I'm pressing up towards the ceiling, butt stays on the ground, and I'm going to reach over to the side. So now we're going to inhale to the side, exhale, center, and alternate sides. And as we're doing this, of course, you're noticing all the wonderful sensations. One more time on each side. Now, once we're back in the center, we're going to take our arms down to the sides. And if your hands don't comfortably reach, you might have blocks underneath, but you're going to reach your right arm up. And now you're going to reach over to the side. And this time, instead of moving back and forth, we're going to stay here. Keep your butt touching into the ground, right? So energetically, physically reaching down. Reach, reach, reach with your fingertips. And then you're going to turn that palm up. And as you inhale, you're going to press up and take that arm down and then reach up your second side. And again, inhaling as you reach over and keeping your butt pressing into the ground. Reach, reach, reach. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And you're noticing all those little stretches happening, right? And now when you're ready, you're going to turn that palm up and start to press like you're lifting something off of you. So creating your own resistance. Inhaling up. Beautiful. Arms come down. Now let's roll through those shoulders. Oh, I can tell that I was helping somebody move this morning. Yes. Okay, so inhales up, exhales down. Oh, I was going to have us grab a strap, but before we do that, what I want you to do is to grab your tennis balls. Notice, so we were kind of working on the upper part of the body. Now you're going to take those tennis balls, butts on the ground, knees are bent. You're going to press those tennis balls in and start to move the bottom of the pelvis, the sit bones, right, into those tennis balls. And what you're trying to do, right, so we have the bottom of the pelvis here. You're moving the bone into the tennis balls, and we're trying to get into that connective tissue. So if you don't have tennis balls, you can use your hands. Of course, if you don't have tennis balls, I strongly recommend you get some. And so, but you could use your hands. I like to move the knees side to side, front to back. Now, as you start to feel complete with an area, you're going to take those tennis balls and kind of move them out a little bit. and continue to move side to side and keep breathing. So no matter what, right, you keep breathing, make sure it doesn't hurt. And I know sometimes people like they want to jump right in and do stuff, but it's really important to get the body ready, right? So we're going to keep moving those tennis balls out now into the sides, outside of your sits bones, and you can kind of move over to one side and work into that tennis ball, or you can move back and forth. So remember, I'm guiding you, but this is your practice, right? You make it work for you. You're going to continue to roll on the tennis balls. I'm going to get up and grab a strap, and I will be right back. All right, so the last thing we're going to do with the tennis balls is bring them to the back body. So again, knees are bent, butts on the ground, place those tennis balls to your low back. And for those of you who talked about having low back pain at the beginning, you know, paying close attention, how does it feel as you lean your body into the tennis balls, and then what sort of movement feels good? Because sometimes less is more. Shall I repeat that? Sometimes less is more. I guess I'm having a funny roll today. I was really funny this morning at the yard sale. Okay, so you're rolling around back and forth, noticing how you feel. When you're done with that, you're going to remove the tennis balls, and you're going to find something like a strap. Could be a belt or a sock, or even a shirt with long sleeves, a scarf, right? And what we're going to do is you're going to take that strap behind you, and you're going to hold it about shoulder distance apart. And I want you to sit however you are comfortably, right? So you might have your legs stretched out. You might have a little blanket under your sits bones. And what we're going to do is you're going to start to lift your arms up. And it's a little bit harder to do this when we're sitting down. So lots of times we do this standing up. So you're going to keep your body upright, and you're gently pulling on the strap as you inhale and lift your arms up. And it actually feels like a lot of work, like getting your hands off of the ground, right? So inhale up, exhale down. We're going to do it one more time. And then you're going to release your hands. Now we're going to come onto our knees, right? So if you like to have a blanket under your knees, you're going to place one there. And so now I'm just going to adjust my screen just a smidge. So now you're on your knees, you're holding that strap again behind your back. And again, the strap is about shoulder distance. Some of you might need it a little bit, like have your hands further apart. The thing is, if you're trying to move your arms and they don't come away from your lower back, you need to have your hands further apart. So again, you're going to keep your body upright and start to lift the arms up. Inhale up, exhale down. Moving with your breath. And as always, there is a method to my madness. If you're kind of wondering what's happening. Now, next time the hands come down, and if it feels at all unsafe, you're going to let go of the strap and do this, right? But you're going to inhale up. You're going to exhale, head towards the ground. Now, you might put a block under your forehead or bring your forehead to the ground. And now we're going to inhale, arms up, exhale down. So head is either on a block or a blanket or the floor. You're relaxing your hips towards your heels. They may or may not connect there. And you're inhaling, arms up, exhaling, arms down. One more time. And then when your hands come down, you're going to lift your body up. You can let go of the strap for now. And we're going to make our way all the way up to standing. Okay? And you're going to find your tennis balls one more time. You'll only need one for now. And once you're standing, you're going to just gently roll on your tennis ball. And just notice how you're feeling, in your upper body and your breath with the movements that we did. Like I can feel my temperature already went up a little bit. Anybody else? Maybe it's just warm in here, I don't know. Okay, and if you have not switched feet, now would be a great time to do that. It's always fun noticing spots, interesting spots in the body. Now, when you feel complete with each of your foot, knowing that, some of us could continue to do that for a long time, you're going to put the tennis ball in a safe place. And then come towards the front of your mat. Relax your arms at your side. Feet are going to be about hip width apart. And the inhale, you're going to take those arms up in line with the ears and exhale gently into a little chair. Right? Inhale is up, palms face each other. Exhale is back. 2 more times. And this next time, when we come up, hands up overhead, now we're going to add a little twist and take your arms out to the side. Inhale up, exhale into a mini chair, extending one arm forward, one arm back. The head and body turn with the arms. Inhale is up, exhale is when we come into the little twist. One more time on each side. And again, when we come up to the top, inhale up, exhale down to the center. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. And this time, when we come down, now we're in our little mini chair, arms are back. You're pressing your hands towards one another. You're going to keep breathing, press those arms. And then slowly, we're going to stay in this chair and we're going to bring the arms forward. And I want you to take your weight into your right foot and start to come up onto the left toes. Lift that foot up. And you could keep the toes down, right? You're going to take that foot down, second side. Lift up your right foot. And again, foot comes down. Inhale up. We're going to roll through the shoulders. Too much? Doing okay? All right. Now we're going to step out a little bit wider. So a little bit wider than your hips, maybe even a little bit wider than your mat. Hands on the outside of the thighs. And you're going to inhale up, exhale, slide down. And you all know this because I love doing this to get us warmed up. And then you might start to slide the outside hand up, bending the elbow. And the next step would be to maybe look at the lifted shoulder. Moving with your breath, no rush. And then finally, you might take that outside arm up and look up towards that arm. Nice. One more time on each side at whatever level you're doing it. And we're going to pause in the 5-pointed star, right? So arms and legs extended. Now we're going to inhale up, exhale. You're going to bend one side and take that arm down. Inhale up and then second side. And I realize that for me, I need a little bit wider stance to do this. So some of you might want to take your feet a little bit further apart. And you're noticing, right? You're moving with your breath. You're not necessarily keeping up with me. It's your breath that guides you. One more time on the second side. And we're going to pause. Now, I want you to pivot your feet so that you have your right foot forward. And you're going to be, and you might have to step your feet so that they're about hip width apart. You're up on your back toes, if that's okay with your body. Your knee, your front knee, right knee is over the ankle. And now, so here, we're in a high lunge. You're going to take your arms behind you and press just like we did in that mini chair. Okay, so now inhale, you're going to gently sweep those arms up. And exhale, take the arms and the body towards the thigh. Inhale, arms and body up. Exhale, arms and body down. Now, some options could be that you could have that back foot on the ground, or you could be up on your toes. You could just move your body and not the arms. And always you're going to keep breathing. So next time our arms come down, we're going to take them all the way down to the ground. You're going to step that back foot forward, take your hands onto your legs, and we're going to inhale halfway up and exhale in towards our legs. And do that a few times. How is that low back doing, right? You're checking in with your back as you're moving. You're checking in with your breath. Now, next time we're in our forward bend, you could have your hands on the ground or on some blocks. We're going to step back with the right foot into our lunge. Take the hands onto your thigh. And remember, feet hip width apart, left knee over the left ankle. You're on your back toes or that foot is down. And you're going to bring your arms back. Palms pressing in towards the center. Inhale, you're going to sweep those arms up. Exhale, body and arms come back down, right? No rush, moving with your breath. You're noticing all those interesting places in your body as you move. We're going to do it 2 more times. And so the next time that your arms come down, again, we're going to bring them all the way down to the ground or the block. Step your back foot forward. Hands onto the thighs. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale in towards your legs. And it's okay if your knees bend, right? You're moving with your breath. And next inhale, let's slide all the way up. And when you get to the top, you're going to roll through those shoulders. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, slide them down the back. So how's everybody doing? Good? Warm? Okay. All right, so from here, what I want you to do is you're going to have your weight on your right foot, and some of you might like to hold on to a chair or a wall. Weight's on the right foot, and you're going to lift, so you shift your weight into the right. Hands wherever it's comfortable, you're going to flex the left foot and lift it up and then bring it back. So you're just moving that leg front to back. And you're going to notice how your body wants to move as you're moving that leg, right? And we're not necessarily bending the knee, though for some of you it might feel like you have to bend the knee to get the leg to not hit the ground. And we're going to shift onto your left foot. Again, hands wherever they support you, and then you're going to start to move through that right leg. And you're still breathing. And you're noticing all those wonderful feelings in your body. And one more time, and we're going to take the foot down. And again, we're standing, your feet are hip width apart. Now, you're going to take your right leg up, weight is in the left leg, and we're going to gently pulse that leg to the side. And you're going to keep breathing. We're going to take that foot down, second side. And again, gently pressing that leg out. For some of us, this can be a tender spot, meaning the outside of the hips. And again, we're going to take that foot down. Now, this might be one where you use our friend the wall or not. You're going to bring up your right knee and you're going to bring it across the body, right? And so you're pressing that left foot into the ground and you're bringing that right leg across the body and keeping your face and your chest pointing forward. Keep breathing. Knee comes back to center and down. And then we're going to switch sides. So left knee up, right hand pulls that knee across the body, still breathing. And noticing, like, where do you feel this? It's not necessarily where, like I feel it in the back of my shoulder blade. But some of you might feel it in different places, right? So again, we're gonna let that knee come back to the center and then down to the ground. Now, let's grab our strap. And before we were working with the strap behind the body, now we're going to have the strap long, whatever you're using for your strap, feet a comfortable distance apart, and you're gonna inhale and bring, I'm gonna come down onto my knees so that y'all can see my arms, but you're gonna be standing most likely, and then you're gonna come back. So inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up, exhale back. And I want you to give yourself a little bit more strap so that your elbows aren't bending and you're not kind of doing the wiggle dance to get that strap to move up and down. And you're breathing. Now, next time the strap is back, you're going to make sure that you're comfortable enough, and you're going to bring one arm forward and one arm back. And you probably noticed today some similar movements, but we're doing them in different ways, right? And you're pulling on the strap so it's tight, but not so tight that you can't move. Okay, and next time you finish your second side, you're going to take that strap, we're going to bring it in front, and now it's going to be about shoulder distance apart, and you're going to gently pull. And I want you to see if you can connect with your side bodies, right? And the muscles of your core, and you're going to gently pull, and you're going to keep breathing. And now you're going to shift your weight, and I'm going to have to stand for this. I don't know why, my distance must be off on my, let's see if this helps. We're going to bring your strap up to shoulder height. You're gently pulling, and you're going to shift your weight into the left foot, bring the right knee up. And it's not a run. You're just carefully shifting, bending the knee, flexing the foot. One more time on each side. I'm guessing those arms are getting tired. And then you're going to let go of your strap and roll through your shoulders. And then we're going to interlace the fingers, roll through the wrists a couple of times in each direction. And then you're going to, when you're done rolling your wrists, come towards the front of your mat. If you'd like to use a chair or blocks, you'll have them towards the front. Arms are going to be at your sides, feet about hip width apart. We're going to inhale, take those arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, you're going to slide down into your forward bend. Inhale, slide halfway up. Vision stays towards the ground. Exhale in towards your legs. Now we're going to step back with your right foot into a nice deep lunge. Hands again on the ground or on your blocks. And you're going to bend and straighten through that back knee. So your front knee is stabilized and you're just bending through that back knee, right? Now, next time your knee is lifted, and if you're on blocks, you're going to take your hands onto the floor. We're going to step back into a plank. You could have your knees down or up. You're going to breathe for a moment. And then when you're ready, you're going to gently slide back into a down dog of some sort, right? And you're softening your sits bones, right? And we all know where they are because we roll them with the tennis ball. Now we're going to lift up that right leg. And we're keeping the hips closed, your foot is flexed. As you exhale, you're going to come forward into a plank, and you could do this on your knee. And you're going to bring that knee towards the elbow. We're going to stay on the same side 3 times if you want. And once you're done, you're going to take that foot down. Now for a little break, you're going to gently bring your knees to the floor. Come into a little child's pose. Come back up to your tabletop. Glide back into your down dog. Lift that left leg. We're doing this side just the opposite, right? So you're going to bring that knee in towards the elbow 3 times. You're still breathing. Now this next time, you're going to sweep that left foot all the way forward into a lunge. Uh-oh. We have the same side foot back, don't we? No, we're on the other side? Okay, good.
Not sure. I don't know.
Well, so make sure, because for me, it's the same side. So now you're going to be in your lunge and you're going to, again, gently drop that back knee towards the ground. Sometimes those, left and rights, very interesting. All right. So now we're going to try something a little bit different. And I'm thinking, so what I want you to do, take your weight into your hands and step back with your front foot. You're in your down dog. We're going to pedal through our feet for a moment. You could be on your elbows. You could be on your hands and knees and stretching your legs out. And now we're going to take our right leg up just a little bit and you're going to sweep it forward, right knee towards the wrist. So we're going towards a pigeon prep pose. And then what I want you to do, and you could use a block and place it under your right hip. But what I don't want you to do is drop that hip to the ground, right? So left toes are turned under, right? So that your hip is lifted. You could also, if you find yourself dropping, you could take that block and put it under your thigh to help you keep the hips even. So what I want you to think about here is that your hips are even. You're not dropping one side to the ground. And it's hard, like this is one of those times where like I like to see people with my eyes in person. Now, you could keep your body up or you can start to make your way towards the ground with your elbows or your chest. And you're going to keep breathing and softening. Now, from here, and if you have something underneath your hip, you might have to take it out. We're going to bring the left knee down to the ground and bend that back knee. So you're taking your heel towards your buttock, right? Now you could stay here. You might make your way up onto your hands and you might reach that same side hand back and bring that foot in. But you're only going to go to a place that feels good and safe and comfortable. And you're going to keep breathing. So always, always safety first. And you could, sometimes, people are like, which hand do I grab with? And you can grab with either or both, depending on you and your body. And it's really like you'll get a different stretch no matter how you do it. And if you're going to do that, you bring your foot, your front foot out a little bit more towards that side. Yeah, that'll help your balance. And then we're going to gently release. Hands are going to come down. Now, you're going to turn your left toes under, step back with that right foot, make your way into a down dog, pedal through your feet, lift up the left leg, and move to the second side. And again, you might decide that you want to use a block or something. Another big question I get with this pose is, what do I do with that front leg? You know, like, how do I, so your front knee is pointing out at an angle, and depending on the flexibility of your hips, your foot is pointed, right? If it's closer to your body, the further that foot comes out away from your body, you'll start to flex it. But I'm thinking, most of us are not there. Okay, and then your body is up, or you can start to walk yourself towards the floor. You're going to keep breathing. Now, again, if you have something under your thigh or your hip, you're going to take it out, and you're going to gently bring the right knee down to the ground and bend the knee and flex the foot, right? So you're bending your right leg. And I like to stay down towards the ground and bend first, and then think about, do I want to bring my body up? Because that changes it when I bring my body up. Do I want to bring my right arm back and pull that foot in? You know, and so you explore. Gives you something new to work on. No, it's possible. It's totally possible. And then once you master that one, I'll show you the next step. And we're still breathing and noticing all the wonderful sensations in your body. And when you feel ready to release, you're going to let that foot go. We're going to bring our left hip down to the ground and sweep your right leg around. Yay, that was so awesome. So now here we are, we're seated. I guess it's better if I turn to the side. And we're going to come down onto our elbows, right? So remember, well, those of you watching the video won't remember, but we were talking about the low back at the beginning. So, and if this doesn't feel good on your back, you're going to lay down and not be on your elbows, right? So you choose. So right now we have our elbows under our shoulders, or you're laying back on the ground, and you're going to press your feet into the floor. We're just going to gently, it's like doing a self-massage with our body weight on the low back and the pelvis. You're just tilting your pelvis and you're breathing. And again, if it's intense or hurts or is uncomfortable, you're going to come down to the ground and do that same thing. Right? Now, what I want you to do is we're going to lift up the left foot. And again, if there's any discomfort at all, you're laying on your back and you're relaxing the head on the ground. Okay, so now what I want you to do is just lift up that left knee, bring it towards your body, and tap it back on the ground. One more time. And then you're going to switch sides, lift up the right leg, and you're bringing the knee towards your body and then tapping the toes on the ground, just moving through that one leg. You might be thinking, this is really easy, and that's good. Some things need to be easy. Now, next time the foot comes down, we're going to bring ourselves all the way down. And one at a time, bring your knees in towards your chest. We're going to make some big circles. So again, massaging that low back on the ground using our body weight and gravity. And you might rock back and forth. You might move in a circle. Now, for this next round of poses, you might like, and I'm gonna, again, just like with that last one, you might like a block under your pelvis, so not at all on your spine, or you might like to keep your back flat on the ground. And if you're not sure, you can try both ways and see what works. And if you don't have a block, you can use a bolster or a pillow or a folded blanket. Now, first, we're going to keep the left foot on the ground, bring the right knee in towards the body. And then you're going to take your left hand and reach for your flexed right foot and bring that across the body. You're going to keep breathing. Now, just like when we do like rocking the baby, where you're holding the bent leg, you're going to start to move that right leg side to side, like you're trying to bring your right foot to the left side of the body. Although we're not going to, because our pelvis is, you know, on this block on the floor. Now, you're going to stop rocking and we're going to gently lift that left leg and we're going to bring your left thigh to the right ankle, right? And so I know lots of times people use their hands here. I'm going to invite you not to use your hands, to use the muscles of your core and your legs to hold you here. And so isometrically, you have left thigh into right ankle into left thigh, and you're breathing. Now, of course, if you want to use your hands, absolutely you can, it's your practice. But I like to see how the muscles work to help us be here. Now we're going to ever so gently place that left foot on the ground, uncross the legs, place your right foot on the ground, and then in your own time, bring the left knee in. So again, at first you're just holding the knee and noticing how it feels and deciding if you want to go further. Then you're going to flex the left foot, reach for it with the right hand and pull that lower leg across the body so it's kind of parallel with the body. And then if it feels good in your body, you're going to start to rock side to side. And remember that it's all an exploration, right? So you're seeing what feels good in your body. We're going to stop rocking. You're going to keep that left foot flexed, lift up the right leg, press the right thigh into the left flexed ankle, and creating that wonderful isometric movement of thigh into ankle, ankle into thigh, gentle, smooth breath. And yes, I know it's a lot of work, right? Still breathing. Now this time, instead of bringing our feet to the ground, we're going to uncross and then stretch the legs up towards the sky. And then you're going to place your hands on your thighs. And remember, if it's ever at all uncomfortable with the block underneath you, you're taking it out, or maybe it's not even there. Now we're going to walk the hands and head up the thighs, and being lifted on the block makes it a lot harder. Right? So inhale is down, exhale, lift up. So it's a small movement, and you're going to make it bigger now by bringing your legs towards your head and your arms. So inhale is down, exhale, legs down, head and arms up. Moving with your breath, or not moving and still breathing. One more time. And then very carefully, we're going to bend the knees, place your feet on the ground one at a time. If you're on the block, you are going to take it out and relax your pelvis down to the floor. Notice how you're feeling. And we have one last movement that I want to do. So here we're in our, can't think of the name of the pose right now. Okay, we're laying on the ground with our knees back, feet on the floor. Inhale, you're going to press down with your feet, lift up with your hips and take the arms overhead. Exhale, body down, knees come in towards the chest. Inhale, legs up towards the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, knees towards the body. Inhale, feet down, arms overhead, hips up. Exhale, hips down, knees in towards the body, grab onto them. Inhale, feet up towards the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, knees in towards the chest. Inhale, feet down, arms overhead, hips up. Exhale, hips down, knees in, grab onto the knees. Inhale, arms overhead, legs up towards the sky. Exhale, knees in towards the chest. Last round, inhale, feet down, hips up, arms overhead. Exhale, hips down, knees in towards the chest. Inhale, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, knees in towards the chest. And then carefully bring your feet down, arms next to your sides. Now here, I want you to bring your left foot to center and you're going to cross at the knees. So not at the ankles. Arms are out to the sides. And stick with me here, right? We're going to press our left foot into the ground, lift the hips, and you're going to shift your hips to the right. So the leg that's on top, your hips are going in that direction, and then your knees are going to come down to the left. So hips right, knees left, and then you're going to find a comfortable place for your head. And there's no discomfort in your hips, knees, or ankles, and you can still breathe smoothly. You're discovering a place that your head wants to be, and it could be to the left, the right, or pointing straight towards the sky. Breathing, relaxing. And if your knees don't come all the way to the ground, you could have a block or a blanket underneath them so that you can relax into this position. Now, on an inhale, when you're ready, we're going to bring the head and the legs back to center. Then you're going to bring your hips back to center. Uncross the legs. Bring the right foot to center. Cross the left knee over top. So we're crossing at the knees. Press the right foot into the ground. Lift your hips up. Shift them to the left. So the same hip that's on top, you're moving in that direction. The knees go in the opposite direction. And again, once you're in position with your legs and your body, then you find a comfortable place for your head. Support the knees if they would like that. And long, smooth, gentle breaths. So again, in your own time, on an inhale, head and knees back to the center, hips back to the center, uncrossing. You might one more time bring those knees in to the chest. Roll side to side or front to back or in a circle with your legs. And you're going to ask yourself, is there anything else that my body needs right now? And if so, you're going to do that. And then when you're done with that, you're going to get yourself into a comfortable position for Shavasana. I'm going to get up for a second and turn off the lights. So as you start to settle in, asking yourself now if there's anything else that would help you to be even just a bit more comfortable. Seeing if you can relax with your breath, softening your body into the ground. You're ready, start to bring your awareness back to your body and breath, the space that you're in. Asking yourself what would be a really yummy way to start to move the body again. And in your own time, bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And I thought we'd do our breathing, chanting, focus practice all together today. And so we'll do a niyasam and we'll use the sounds that I was chanting, bringing you out of Shavasana. And so inhale, right? Your hands are open on your legs. Exhale, we'll say the chant, Namaha, Namo, Namaha, and then you'll gently flick your fingers. Inhale, then you'll run the thumbs up. The next finger as you're exhaling and chanting at the end of the chant, you flick. Inhale, exhale, slide up. Okay? So we'll try that and see how it goes. So nice big inhale, palms are open. Exhale, thumb comes to the base of the index finger. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. Then you flick. Inhale. Thumb to the base of the middle fingers. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. Flick. Inhale. Base of the ring finger with the thumb. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. Click. Base of the pinky as you inhale. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. And now keeping your palms open, nice big inhale. And we're going to take the hands, we're going to reach them up overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center with our chant. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. One more time, inhaling, reaching the arms out. As you inhale, come up. Hands together. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. We have to do it one more time. Namaha, Namo, Namaha. I'm going to sit with that for just a moment. And the word Namo in Sanskrit means it's either I surrender or it's not me, implying that there's something greater than me. And we're repeating the same word over and over, but because of the grammar, the ending of the words changes. But you can tell it sounds very much the same as our namaste, right? So the beginning of the word is the same. I surrender to the light. I see the light, the beauty in each of you. So thank you for being here. I look forward to the next time. Namaste.